Morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are keeping fine, children. Today I am going to send you a video that I am sending you is a revision and of civics. Chapter is the Supreme Court, as you all wanted that we should discuss the chapter Supreme Court once again. So here in this video I am sending you important points or which is based in the form of questions. So here I am giving you some important question answers, children, so that you can go through this and it will cover most part of this chapter. So here are some important chapters, important questions, children. You must go through them and learn thoroughly. Now, children, the first one is the single integrated judiciary system. In this system, the very important question is what is meant by the term India has single integrated judiciary system. What does the term single integrated judiciary system? Now, children, according to Indian Constitution, India has single integrated judiciary system because India has one single civil and criminal system operates throughout the country. It does not have different standard of court in different part of the country instead of separate sets of law. Now, Supreme Court is the apex that I have told you before also. This is the highest court and is head of all the other courts, controlling their functions in their country. Now, controlling whose function? Controlling the functions of other court which are running in the country. In India, one can appeal from lower court to the high court and finally to the Supreme Court. If you go to the lower court and not satisfied with the judgment, you can go to high court. High court, if you you are still not satisfied, then you can appeal in the Supreme Court. But the result or whatever result they declare, Supreme Court is the final one. Now that is why it is said that India has a single integrated judiciary system. Now, why India has adopted this single integrated judiciary system instead of double judicial setup? There are double judicial system in other countries, but India has adopted this. But what was the reason? Now, the answer is that India adopted a single integrated judiciary system instead of double judicial setup because single judiciary system is essential requirement for federal government, and as you know our country is federal government where constitutional powers are divided in the executive, legislature and judiciary. As you see, three branches of parliament, so it is divided in three. An independent judicial system can protect individuals more effectively from the executive and legislature interference, though it is seen that the interference is there nowadays at present condition of our country. But according to the constitution, the independence of judiciary was a must from executive and legislature. An independent and impartial judicial is an essential requisite of ensuring human right and protecting democracy. Democracy means by the people, for the people, and of the people. So to protect that. Now, children, few important questions, short question based on Supreme Court. What is the composition of Supreme Court? This is there in the chapter, but here I am giving you points so that you can grab up and you will cover the chapter. Now, what is the composition? The Supreme Court is composed of a Chief Justice of India and 25 other judges. Up to 30 it can go. Now, how many judges can accommodate in Supreme Court? Supreme Court can accommodate more judges if Parliament by law prescribe requirement of more judges. Means when more, if it is felt that according to the cases which come in the court, Supreme Court, judges are less, or for some important cases, if it is required, then according to the Parliament, if it is felt by the Parliament, then more judges can be accommodated. Retired judges can be also invited. Now, how the judges of Supreme Court are appointed? Every judge of the Supreme Court is appointed by the President of India in consultation with the Chief Justice of India and other judges of Supreme Court and Council of Ministers. Okay, now children, when if I in easy term, if I tell you that when BCCI selects the team, then captain is also involved because captain needs the player of his choice. In the same way, when it comes for the judgment for Supreme Court judges, then Chief Justice is the captain. So, according to his wish, this judges are appointed. How Chief Justice is appointed? Usually, the senior most judge of the Supreme Court is appointed as Chief Justice of India, and even when the judges favor some particular judge, then that on the recommendation of other judges, Chief Justice is appointed. Now, what is the appointment of ad hoc judges of Supreme Court? Ad hoc, I have already explained you in the class that for some certain period few judges are appointed. The Chief Justice may appoint a judge of High Court as a ad hoc judge to Supreme Court for a specific period. If there is requirement for extra judge, then for certain period this judge can be appointed. The appointment of ad hoc judges are made with the consent of the President of India. He cannot appoint any judge of his choice of according to his wish. He should take the permission of President of India. Now, what is the term of the Supreme Court judge? A Supreme Court judge shall hold office until he or she attains the age of 65 years, may submit his or her written resignation to the president. Means, if he wish before he acquires the age of 65, if he or she wish to retire from his job, no matter what is the reason, then they can send written resignation to the President of India, as president only appoints them. How Supreme Court judge can be removed? Only one procedure is there, that is impeachment. Now children, as such, Supreme Court judge cannot be removed from office now except by an order of president on the ground of proved misbehavior or incapacity. If he is not capable or a misbehavior or not following the constitutional whatever law is given in articles in the constitution, then he can be removed from his office from the court by the procedure of impeachment. Now children, next is explain how Indian judiciary is independent from legislature and executive. Now, from salary and service condition, freedom of announce decision and disease and decrease. Now, independence of judiciary is ensured by the following diverse devices, children. First of all, salary and service condition. Salary and allowances of judges are paid by Consolidated Fund of India, hence are not subject to vote of parliament. It is not given by the parliament, not by any branch of parliament. So children, no one can interfere because we have India has a consolidated fund, okay, for these kind of job. So they get the salary from that job, that fund. Their salary are not paid by the cannot be changed to their disadvantage and reduced. Only salary can be reduced at the time of financial crisis in the country, otherwise their salary can never be reduced. Now, freedom to announce decision and decrees. Judges are free to announce their decision and decrees in the court chamber without any danger to their person, property, and life. Judges' decision cannot be criticized in public by press. Nowadays, everything is happening in a country. But children, according to the constitution, whatever decision they make or they announce, they can announce fearlessly without any danger of their life or property. So, and no press can go against, criticize them on the field of their decision. So children, here I stop the class, because and the next class I will take up some more important questions based on the same topic. I want you all to go through these questions, as these are important questions, children. So take care of yourself, and children, do see this video because you have asked me to take this chapter. It is an important one. Have a good day, children. Take care of yourself.